All right. Next up, guys, we're gonna start calibrating this detail. So we're gonna move from our workflow where we went from wall section to detail. We're gonna develop this detail a little bit. Then I'm gonna have you guys develop another detail, and then we're gonna do a workflow where you move from detail to wall section. It's interesting. So anyway, I just want to show you a few things about modifying details in order to get them to look good, and have them be well calibrated. So anyway. First and foremost, I want to point you guys to a symbol. So you guys know what a break line is, right? From your drawings and stuff. So break lines in Revit are actually fairly clever because they're actually families and they have this like masking component to them. And I'm really hoping that I didn't just set that up and this thing doesn't have it predetermined. It might not. But anyway, so the detail component thing right here, you've seen that before, so I don't need to explain that. When you click on detail component, please tell me it's actually in here. It's not. Okay, hang on. Let me let's find the file and then we'll keep going. Okay, guys. So go to annotate and component. It'll bring you to this little guy right here, and then load family. Go to detail items. Division 1 General. Oh, by the way, I should mention what this is real quick since we're here. So in the world of architecture, we have what's called specifications, and it's kind of the counterpart to our drawings. And basically, like that makes up, for the most part, our whole contract documents, which means like when I let's say you're the contractors and I'm like, okay, here's the project, I need you to build it. You can't do everything off of just the drawings. You have this giant book that's called specifications. And the specifications are broken down into a coded categorical index of everything that you have in your building. Every little thing. Like all the way down to the chain that hangs off of that curtain. Or the plate that we have on the switches. Like literally everything. So all those items are broken down into, I think it's a total, I forget how many categories now. But anyway, there are only 16 categories primarily in the architecture section. So anyway, Division 1 is like general stuff. It's where you put all of your like, payment procedures and stuff like that. So I don't know why a break line is located in Division 1. So that's why I had so much trouble finding that. But anyway, it's there. But what you can see here is you've got that little squiggly, I'm having heart failure symbol, right? And so when you hover over it, it looks like that. So what this is telling you is there's a little squiggly, and then there's the mask. Okay, so that mask, I can kind of just move it into place, and it'll mask things from that. Okay, so I just need to select that, rotate it 90 degrees, put it wherever I need it, which I'm guessing will be right about here. And then all these other things, I can kind of just yank them into place. So I can pull this back. I can pull this back. Make sure you keep them from going back to parallel, or I should say 0 degrees. Now this is the laborious part, and this is where we actually spend our time anymore, right? Because you think Revit is so smart, all these things kind of do it themselves. But you still have some drafting type things that you have to do, and this is one of them. So anyway, that's how a break line works. Any questions about that? Yes?
Couldn't you just pull the masking further out and then adjust your crop view?
Good question. Yes, you can, but sometimes, well, yes and no. There is no crop view in drafting views. So yeah, let me kind of just pull one out here real quick so that you can see what it does. Right, so I have this super long thing, and yeah, I'll have to do the same thing for the vertical. But let's say I take this and I drag it all the way across, right? It looks good. But if I take this view, let me open it up here, and I put it on a sheet. Well, A, it's too big. Let me switch the scale. Let's go down to like, yeah, that works. All right, so I put this thing on the sheet. I kind of place it in the top right corner. The problem is now I have this box that kind of sticks all the way out to the right. And that box is going to keep going no matter how far this particular element reaches. So if I need to go all the way across my entire building, I go back to the sheet, and now I've got that box that goes all the way across. Right? So once you put 25 different details on here, it becomes a real pain in the ass to select the right view that you want to select. Does that make sense? So that's the incentive, to clean it up and just make it tight. Very good question. Any other questions? Okay, so let's do, hang on a sec. All right, let me just kind of do another video.